Hello everyone and welcome back to our Canva course from basic to advanced. And for this lesson number 18, we are going to go through profile picture editing. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've opened up Canva over here, and in Canva, I'm just going to go with Instagram post because profile pictures in most cases all around platforms are square shape. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and import an image to work with. So I'm just gonna go to elements over here, go to photos over here. Then afterwards, I'm just going to search selfie. And as you can see, there are a lot of photos that I can work with. So let me just go ahead and use this photo, for example, over here. So as you can see, this photo, let's say this photo here is low resolution, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and edit over here. Image upscaler over here, then open. Then it's going to upscale this. So I'm just going to upscale it 2 times. So it's going to upscale my image right now. So for example, let's say you have an image which is a bit blurry, which is a bit low resolution. You can use this to upscale your image. So as you can see, the before and after over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace. And as you see, this it looks much more clear and much more sharper than before. So then I'm just going to go to edit photo, go to do some adjustments to this photo, okay? I'm just going to go to edit photo and go to some adjustments, increase the warmth a bit, increase the brightness a bit, decrease the contrast a bit, decrease the highlights a bit, increase the shadows a bit, increase the whites a bit, increase the darks slightly. And for color, I would want to increase the vibrance, increase the saturation, or decrease the saturation a bit. There you go. Then for the sharpness, I will keep it as it is. The clarity, I'll make it a bit more bloomy. I will not add any more vignette. Then I'm just going to press enter or press and left click over here. Now it will upscale it and it will apply those effects into it. And as you can see, it looks way more smoother than before. Now afterwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some elements to it, okay? But before that, I will first want to use this as a background. There you go. I'm gonna copy this, paste this. But before pasting this, let me first detach this from the background. Copy, paste, there you go. Then I'm going to set image as background. There you go. Put this in the center over here. Then I'm going to go ahead and crop this. So after this, I'm going to go to edit, go to crop over here, crop this image so it fits our image over there. So I'm then going to go ahead, make this into a square and place it right over here. Now selecting this, I'm just going to go to edit and go to blur. So I would want to add a blur to it. So whole image. I'll increase the intensity to 50% or 40%. I think 40% will be enough. Then I'm just going to go back and there you go. The blur has been put there. Now I would want to, as you can see, edit the image over here. Then I would want to have shadows added to it. So I'm just going to add a drop shadow added to it, or a glow shadow. Let me just put a drop shadow added to it. There you go. Then I will want to increase the size a bit, increase the blur amount a bit, the angle, let me just place it like this, the distance, let me just place it like that, intensity, let me just make it like that. There you go. Now we have our blur image over here. I'm just going to go ahead and expand this so that it fits our screen over here. There you go. I'll keep it as it is. As you can see, this image is already looking very good and neat and clean. Now, if you want to have more extra effects to it, you can by, because I've shown you an example, right, where you can add some like shapes with frames and then change the effects of how those shapes look like, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is coming back to elements over here. I'm just going to go to frames over here, see all the shapes over here. And I will want to, let's say, have a blob. So let's use this blob. Okay, let's use this blob over here. I'm just going to rotate it so that half of his face will be shown over here. There you go. And I'm going to copy this and paste this over here. Paste this over here. There you go. Then I would want to rotate this image. Increase the scale, keep on increasing the scale. But before that, before I increase or decrease the scale, I would want to have the blob rotate back to its original shape. There you go. Then copy and paste this again and then place it over here. Then what I'm going to do is now increase, keeping on increasing the scale so that it fits our image perfectly. As you can see, this now fits our image perfectly. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is press enter and then rotate it up until over here. Then double clicking on this image, now I'm just going to rotate it back. Just a little bit of fine-tune adjustment on placing. I think that is a perfect fit, so I'm just going to keep it like that. Now after placing it like that, I'm just going to go to edit photo over here. Let's go for a D-tone over here, okay? Let's go for mustard over here, or let's go for prominent over here. We can have classic over here, or mono over here. Let's go for classic, okay? Then after the classic, as you can see that we have shadows. So I'll keep the shadows like that. And for the highlights, I would want to keep it at red over here. There you go. So as you can see, now we have a very wonderful effect over here, which goes over our character. So there you go. This is one way of how you can go ahead and edit like photos for cover, like for profile pictures. You can have much more other effects as well. You can add elements of like other things as well, like frames as well. So if I were to go and add like other normal frames, not these frames, other normal frames. So let me just go add a frame underneath graphics over here. As you can see, you have a lot of frames that you can work with. So this frame will work wonderful over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this frame in. There you go, and decrease the opacity of the frame a bit. There you go. This also looks very cool, neat as well, as you can see. And if you're looking for any presets, so Instagram profile pic. Over here, you will see the various forms of Instagram profile pictures. Like for example, you have this one, as you can see, very simple, very straightforward. You also have other types of designs like this one as well, as you can see. So this one, as you can see, these are like, as I've done before, these are specific shaped frames where the character's image has been adjusted and put over here. And because of that, you are able to see the character, which I did. So you have also this, you have also this, you have also this, like these are magazine type. You also have this one over here. This one is also pretty simple. You have the image background over here, you have a graphic, you all have text, basically designing the UI more or less. So that's basically how you can go ahead and edit your profile pictures for, let's say, Instagram. It can be Facebook. It can be any kind of social media platform. It can be any kind of like business platform as well, like LinkedIn. So that'll be all for this lesson, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.